Hello, hello, this is Pauline from Pauline Art Stuff, and today I'm back with finally another color along because, as you already noticed, we've had only one color along for the month of October. I thought let's do one in Matchstick Mouse because I still wanted to do a color along, but I already had some other videos filmed for the end of last month, which were a little bit different than my usual color alongs. But today we're back to our normal content, which is color along. So we're gonna color in Matchstick Mouse Pumpkin Party coloring book by Morgan O'Brien. As you can see, it's a square format. His usual books are like A4 size, but this one is a lot smaller, and there are actually two of them. But as you can read here, this is actually a companion coloring book for the picture book with the same name. So this is the picture of the picture book with the orange background, and the coloring book has the white or off, like whatever you call this, background beige, maybe. So that's how you know that this is a coloring book and that is the picture book. But I've looked at this picture book and I thought it would be nice if we could color this picture in the book, because this is the front cover, and I looked it up online how Morgan O'Brien has colored it. So that's what we are going to try to do. I will still make Matchstick Mouse in my own color scheme as I've done in other page that I've colored. I've colored him here. So this one I did in August, and then I colored one more in April of this year. And this is the color scheme that I want to keep for my Matchstick Mouse, and the same with the his little buddy. So that's the colors that I will use for the mouse instead of these ones, because I don't like how orangey this is. Like, the original is also not that orange. That's just the way it's printed on the book, unfortunately. But we will make it work. We're gonna color that picture, which is this lovely picture. This is the whole picture. And this book has a story going through it. And it says bobbing for cherries. So they're basically just trying to take it out with their mouth. That's like a nice tradition that we also used to do in lower school when I was still a kid. And yeah, we did not do it with cherries, unfortunately. We did it with a Dutch delicacy, which is called licorice. We call it drop. It's like the black candy. Yeah, most people don't like it. I only like the sweet kind. The salty ones is not for me. But we're gonna call it this, and we have nothing to do with all of that because they are cherries. So these are the colors that I've used before in this coloring book, and which I like to stick by using throughout the book, because last time I forgot to find this, so I changed the color of my mouse. But this time I will not do that. I think I want you even closer to the book. So let me adjust my camera and then we will start. I'll be right back. All right, and I'm back. We are now nice and close. I've lowered it as much as I can because I didn't want to zoom in, because usually that decreases the quality of my filming. So I thought let's just lower the camera and let's do it like this. Now you can just see the entire picture is nice and big. And we are going to start with our lovely Matchstick Mouse. So as you can see, I've written down that I use this for her skin, and I use these two for her nose, tail, cheeks, that kind of stuff. And then these two I mainly use for the fur, with maybe a little bit of that, but I'm not sure. I think it was mainly this one and that for the highlight. So that's what we're going to use. We're going to start with, these are all Faber-Castell Polychromos pencils. So we're going to start with 182, which is brown ochre, and I'm gonna use my lovely pencil holder, which is this lovely tool. I always have it linked in my description whenever I do a coloring, a pencil color along. So if you want one, you can find it in the description, and if it's not available, just keep watching AliExpress, because they will pop up also on different sites. So if you click on the one that's sold out, sometimes it will show multiple listings underneath from other sellers. So just in case they are not there, just keep looking, because they will be there. Let me put my light a bit closer so that we've got nice lighting. Okay, let's start with her skin. Let's just color it really lightly. I'm usually not like blending that much when I'm doing these kind of colorings, as you saw on my previous pages. Like I will keep the cheeks, which is roughly that area, white, because I want that to be nice and blushy with the pink. And everything else I will color lightly with this color. Just a light pressure. You won't need to do this with Polychromos pencils. If you've got a different brand, you can just pick a color that looks similar. Like this is light pressure, this is dark, like more pressures, basically. That's how I made the swatches. So I'll put it here so you can see it while we color. And it will also be visible on the screen which color I'm using at the time. But because we're basically not really blending as such, we're mostly like using flat colors. We will make gradients, but that's not, that you can do with any pencil. So that's why I'm saying just use what you've got. Just make sure that you pick a nice like purple range, a pink, some brown, some green, some, you know what I mean? So you can use the same color palette. You don't necessarily need Polychromos. Let me check if I did the hands pink and the belly. I think I did this as well. Let me see this one. Yeah, I made the hands pink. That's what I thought. And the whole belly is this lovely color. And I see I also use some shading, probably with either this one or that one. So that's good to know. Let's just keep going, because I love this little mouse. It's a nice and quick coloring book. I chose this book over the A4 books because this book has only like 12 pages, I believe. Let me have a look for you at the beginning of my coloring book. I've made a like this, an overview. Yes, 16. There are only 16 coloring pages in this book, while a normal Matchstick mouse coloring book has about 40 pages in it. So it has a lot less pages, but the paper is nicer in my opinion. I am not a huge fan of Amazon paper, so that's why I prefer these books, but they are more expensive, so keep that in mind. Let's switch our color to this lovely 186, which is called Sanguine, I believe. No, Terracotta. The other one is Sanguine. Terracotta 186, and we're gonna shade the sides underneath the head, this part. We're gonna shade it with this color. And I'm gonna shade underneath his cape. That's how I'm gonna call it, cape. So I'm just gonna shade that in like that, and maybe a little bit on the left of his tummy, just a tiny bit. And that's all I do for that one. Then the nose I'm gonna keep like this. Then we're gonna go for a lovely pink. We're gonna go for 130, which is dark flesh. I'm gonna color his cheeks with a lovely blush. I like to keep these color alongs in Matchstick Mouse really nice and simple, so that it's easy to follow for people and easy to do within an hour or so. Because that's why where I use this coloring book for a nice, easy, like lovely coloring session that doesn't take too long. If I'm not feeling the best, but I still want to do a color along, this is like wonderful to do. And I love this cute little mouse. Like I'm using really light pressure, as you can see. And I'm also gonna put it on his nose, or her nose. It's a she, this little mouse. I always thought it was a boy, but apparently it's a she, which I found out recently. So it's a her. It's a little mouse. I'm in love with this little cute little fluffy mousey. I actually bought some stickers from Morgan O'Brien on his Ko-Fi page. He also has a lot of PDF coloring pages for free on his page. The tail, I also want to color the tail. I'm gonna keep the top of the tail white for now, because I want to make a highlight with yellow tones because of all the lights that will be in the surroundings. Then I'm also gonna color the ear, in the inside of the ear. Oh, we forgot that part. Oh, but that's the same as that, so no, that's fine. Okay, good. But yeah, I bought some nice stickers. They are not here yet. I'm not sure if he even sent them out yet. I ordered them quite some days ago, together with some of his free PDFs. Because I thought, let's just save them in case I might want to do more in the future. But I don't want to use like his normal Amazon books. Maybe I want to print them once I finish these. Like I also got the other one, the Christmas book, which is in the same format as this one. There are only two in this format. And one is the Pumpkin Party and the other one is Merry Little Christmas. But that book is now also available for free on his Ko-Fi store. So in case you want to take that one for Christmas, because I'm almost sure I'm going to do a color along in that one for Christmas, then pick it up from his Ko-Fi store and donate some money if you want to. This is 129 Pink Meadow Lake. Yeah, I thought I took the free PDFs and then I buy some stickers because I love stickers. But I'm not sure when they will arrive. I'm sure he's busy with other stuff. Like it just, I don't mind waiting, you know, but I don't know how it usually goes when you buy stuff from Ko-Fi when it's like a paid item, but we will see. It might take a little while. I will be happy to wait. I really liked his stickers on his Ko-Fi store. Some of them were even holographic. He also has some of his other character, which is Any Day. Yeah, we made it a little bit darker. And now we also make the inside of the ear a little bit darker. Like right here. Put a little bit more pressure on it. And make it a little bit darker. Just like that. And we keep like this part, we keep nice and soft, and we only put more pigment there, like this, you see? Like we want to smooth this a little bit out, because it's a bit harsh right now. So let's smooth it out a little bit. That was just me with pressing my pencil a bit too much. So now it is nice and smooth, see? Lovely color on the ear. That's all I usually do for that. Then we're gonna do her skin, or fur, I mean. We're going to use 283 burnt sienna. And we're going to color her fur. Yeah, I love this little mouse. I am like in love with this one. I'm actually really sad that you can't get any of the other books in like the same size as this one with the same paper. Because I don't mind paying like a bit more than the normal ones if I can get the same paper as this one. I just hate Amazon paper. I really do. I don't like it at all. So I refuse to buy it. Like I bought a few books from Amazon, printed, and I regret buying them because I absolutely hate the paper. And that's why I decided to go for the more expensive ones from Morgan O'Brien, because I'm really happy with this one actually. And I love that there's a story on the other side for you to enjoy. So you also have an idea on what's on the page, because otherwise you would not know, you know? Okay, underneath the head, like this one, not the head, the head, I'm gonna do some shading. So I'm gonna put a little bit more pigment, like all the way to the top, like that. That's for like the shading from the head, like roughly like that, you know? You follow the line, make it a little bit like that. And then I'm gonna color lighter to the front and leave the outer edge white, because I'm going to use a different color. And that's it for now. And then I'm going to take this one, 186 again, the one which we use for the shading on the belly, terracotta 186, and we're gonna use it for shading for the highlights of her skin. So we're going to use it on the outer side and blend it a little bit into the brown, like this. Like it doesn't look really blended, because that's the point. I don't want it to blend too much. And then that way everybody can use their own type of pencils and still follow along. You can do this with any type of pencil, Color, Prismacolor, Polychromos, whatever you like. You know, whatever you've got is good enough. Like maybe your colors are not exactly the same, but that's perfectly fine, you know. You don't exactly need all of these exact same colors. It will still look good even if you've got a little bit of a different brown, a different orange, a different everything. You know, then your look will just be a little bit different, but still really nice. Like this is how I like to color my little mouse. And that's when I call it done. The mouse done. And normally I would like put a little bit of blue, like for shading on the eye. But with this mouse, I don't do that at all because I love it. Like we want to do the inside of the mouth. Let's see what colors I've got for that. Usually I use like a really dark red. So, but that's all we have got. So let's use that one. 121, which is Pilgeranium Lake, because I don't have an even darker color. Usually I use like a Bordeaux red, you know, like really dark. But this is also really nice. Let's also color the cherries, because these are cherries. So what I will do, because we don't have any darker shade of red, so I'm going to use that one for the shading, this for the in-between, and then maybe that one for the highlights. So I used 3 colors. So we're first going to do the shading part, which is on the bottom, because I'm seeing as this is having light. Like in the original, he has some kind of disco lights all around the picture. So we're going to also do that afterwards. So as for now, like he made the shadow like this, roughly, like that shape. So all of this will be colored in your shading color. Let's also do that for the other one, so you know what to color before we start, like roughly like this. And then for this one, he did it like that, give or take, like something like this. So then you shade all of this. And then for the last one, he only did a little bit on the side, like this. So we're just going to follow Morgan O'Brien for where the shading is placed. That's really nice and easy. I will also put it up on the screen over there so you can see it while we color. So you know what we're working with, what I'm looking at while doing this. Because I thought it would be nice for a change to do it like that. So you've got an idea of how to do something similar without exactly doing what he does. You know, yes, you will copy some of it, but you might use your own colors and use your own way of coloring, because the original is really nice and smooth and perfectly flat. And with color pencils, that's only gonna happen when you completely smooth it out with layers and layers. Especially with polychromos, you need a lot of layers to get that result. And this book is meant to be fun and easy for me, and not like, oh, we need to do 10,000 layers to smooth it out. That's not the goal for this one. Like, I love doing that in some books, but in this one, I like a nice and quick, easy project to put my mind like in a nice comforting zone, have some fun, and that's about it. That's all I want from it. So that's all we're gonna do with the red, I think. No, yes, devil horns. We also need to color those in. Let's color them in as well. Just completely red with a little highlight on the top. Like on his picture, they're a bit darker. Okay, let's take that one, 117. Let me put it back on my desk. I've got all my pencils laid out on top of me. Like, I will show you. Hold up. I'm gonna slowly do this. Like, there's where my pencils are. That's how I usually do it. So if you don't like the sound of your pencils rolling around your desk, you could also lay down a like a little towel or a blanket or whatever you've got and lay them on top of it so they won't roll. That's also a really good idea if you like to use it like this. We're gonna use 117 light cadmium red as our middle tone. And we are gonna place it here, that part. And on this one, we're gonna place it all the way like this. And on this one, we do it like that. And the last one, we will follow the line all the way till there. And then we're gonna just color it in with this color. So yes, because we're doing it like this, you can use whatever pencil you would like. Don't think about it too much. Just go for it. Try it out. If you don't like it, you can always add more layers to make it more smooth, more blended out if you like that better. It doesn't matter, but I'm embracing the pencil texture over here because I love having just some fun with bright colors and don't think about it too much. That's the whole goal for this entire book. Have fun and enjoy it. not to make something that is perfect. This is just for fun. And that's what every coloring page should be. So that's what we will do with that one. Let me pull it up for you so you can see what that looks like. Because there's a little bit of a sheen when I do like this, you see? So yeah, I will lift it up for you every time we do a step. And then for the highlight, I said we might use that one, that light orange. But I think I might even want to go for the yellow, because he also has a really bright highlight on this one. So let's use that one, 107, which is, let me put that back, cadmium yellow, 107. And let's use it on the top. We're gonna be gentle, don't press too much, because if you press too much, it will be way too bright, because yellow can be overpowering really quickly. So this is roughly where he placed his highlight. He left this part white. So that's what we're going to do as well. On this one, he barely has any color, but we're going to do the same. We're going to make some yellow and we'll leave everything else white. And with this one, we just color most of it yellow. And that's how I like it. Then we're going to do some of the disco lights just because we can. We're not going to do everything, like we're not going to just color him in total and then him. No, we just do whatever around the page. So I'm going to put some highlights over here with yellow on the left, and then also on his little brewing cauldron right here because of that droplet. And then I see that in the background he also uses a lot of yellow, so we're just gonna color straight up yellow. Just follow along if you want to do the exact same, because we are following Morgan O'Brien, give or take. Like, it will not be perfect, but who cares. Then we also do some here. It's just like a way of doing it. If you've got a reference picture of like somebody else's page and you would like to remake it, then you now know how to hopefully do that. Like, he also used some colors on this, but I don't think it's really yellow. So let's leave that. We're gonna use some yellow on the top here, just because I like it. Not because he necessarily used yellow. It looks like yellow, but it could also be something different. We're just gonna use it on the entire edge, all the way, like that. We also need to do his ears, because I forgot those as well, I see. And I also want a little bit on the front of his face. Just like that. Okay. What else? We're gonna take the next... no, we're first gonna do the skin, because I forgot his ears, remember? We're gonna take 283, which is burnt sienna. And we're gonna finish up the ears. So we want the highlight on the top bit. So this part and this part. Like with everything else, we did the same. So you only color like roughly till there, and leave that white for like our highlight color. We do the same with this one. That's my cat. I hope she will not disturb us. Like, that was my mistake. It should be white there as well, but I don't mind. I'm just gonna keep going. It doesn't need to be perfect. And then I'm gonna take 186 terracotta. That's our highlight color. Yep. And we're gonna color the edge. Blend it a little bit into the brown, and then we call that done. Then at least our mouse is nice and colored. Perfect. Then we're gonna do is her head first. I want to do is her. Come on, Pauline. It's a she. Yeah, I keep calling it a he, but it's a she, Pauline. It's a she. Like normally I use like the orange tones for the head. So we're going to use the orange as well. But what Morgan O'Brien did, he made nice green stripes with like something in between these two tones. So we're going to use the lightest tone first for those lines, because I do want them in this picture, because I like them. So the lightest tone is light green, 171. And he made lines about here. He just colored over everything, it seems like. I'm not sure if this is dark enough, but I think so. He made one here. And one next to this line. And then one just over this line. And one here. You will see it on the picture what I'm doing, or what I'm trying to do. Then he did one right here over these lines. There's none here apparently, but okay. And then one all the way around the edge of the head. All the way there. Lovely. That's the green he did on the head. Then he also did green on this one, so we're gonna use it here. But I'm gonna leave a little bit on the edge so we can use a darker color as a shading. Then I see there's some green coming from behind the little worm. So let's color that as well. This little fella also has green stripes, so let's use that as well. Like that. And then this one, yes. Oh my god, he also has wings. Oh, so cute. Okay. Then these ones are also green in his picture. Let's see, there's a lot of green here. So let's make the outer part much more green than, like there's like a highlight here. So I'm gonna just color around it with this green, and we're gonna go over it with the yellow later. So this I will just shade really lightly, and I will color around it with the green. And I will also color it around here with the green and go into the yellow a little bit. Like that. Then these leaves also have light green in the middle. So let's do that as well. We're just gonna go all over the page right now. Then this middle, like his mouth, is all green. So just color all of it in this green color. The trick is to not think too much. You know, just look at what is on the other one and copy paste basically, without too much effort. That's what this is all about. Easy coloring. Then the middle of this flag is also green. And then this one has stripes. But this time the stripes go the other way. So we make stripes. I'm not going to count them. I'm just going to make my own width and just keep going. I'm not sure if this is the amount he used as well. Probably he has more. Then there's also a light here, like right here, roughly that size. So I'm gonna shade around it again. And then do this really lightly. We're gonna use the yellow on top of that to make it really pop later. And then behind here and here, there's also green, like roughly till about there. So I'm just gonna draw a line so we know where to color next. I think this is all the light green. He also made some green on the edge of the cape, I see. Just gonna look at the reference picture. And there's also green on here. Okay, I think that's it. Like he also made some, like one of these is green. There is also one here, but it's not on the coloring picture. So we're not gonna color it. I think that's it with the green. Let's take the darker green, which is 112. Which is, see this one? No, it is this one. Leaf green, 112. And let's use it for the shading for the green parts, because we're not done yet. I'm gonna shade this part because I think it's a bit too bright otherwise, like really lightly. Same with this one. Like you can barely tell, but it is there. I will do the same for the head, just a little bit on the edge. Okay, then this part I want to keep light. I want to make a little bit of like a shading on the inside because of that like cherry. And then we're going to use it on the right side of this droplet. That droplet is blue, so that one doesn't need it. Then the bottom of this one, bottom of this one. And then we're just going to color this whole bit in with the green. All the way into the other one that we just did. Roughly till about here. Because then we're going to go into a different color right there. We will just pick it color by color. Let's see, is there anything else? Like this one I'm just going to leave, like over here. We have the same issue, like the same situation. And we're just gonna shade this part in. Like there was also some lighting over here with the green. All the way up till that line that I made last time. Not too long ago. And that's it, I think, with the green. Yes, I think so. Oh, the flag. No, we need a flag still. Okay, let's do the sides of the flag that I left white. Nee, Spooky. That's my cat wanting to jump up. Don't know where she is, but I can hear her. Okay, I think we're good. Yeah, she wants to jump up the table, but I don't want to right now because we are coloring. Okay, let's take the next shade next to the yellow, which is 108, which is this lovely color. Dark cadmium yellow, 108. And we're going to use it next to the yellow. Like in the picture, you can see that it's like roughly like this. Like that. All the way up to there. And a little bit over here. So that's what we're going to do first. Like it's more like an orangey tone over there, but I don't care. We're also going to go over this one really lightly. Just like that. And also on this one. Just for a little pop. We could have also done that with that yellow, but I think it's a bit too bright. You could do that, but I'm not doing that. And now we're going to just shade it in. Color it in. Like we did before. Just light pressure coloring it in. All the way. I think she's underneath my desk. I can hear her. I think she's playing. Yeah, she's definitely playing with something. Well, as long as she's happy, that's good. Okay, let's also do some on the other side. Like roughly till about here. Like you see how nice that flows? Let me show it like this. See? That looks really nice. I like it. Okay, then over here there was some green yellowish tone, but I'm just gonna make it yellow. I'm not gonna, like there's like two darker spots that are about here. Just gonna leave them white. And I'm gonna color everything else with the yellow because I don't know exactly what they want. This one I'm gonna use the yellow as well on the tail. And then what else do we've got? We have pumpkin. Oh, we've got some green on this one. There's also some green on that flag. Like over here is also a yellow dot. So let's color that in. It's not there, but I want it there because it's really nice. Then on this one, there's also yellow on the left. Like that. This has some shading from the green. So we should do that later. There's a yellow dot over here. Let's just leave it like this. Yes. Okay. What else? We've got some pink over here. So let's take a pink. We're going to take that one. 129. Which is pink Meadow Lake. And we're going to do some pink on the left. Like we can see clearly on the picture that there's pink here. And then over here, it's like going from a little bit pink to more in a purplish pink. It seems like. It's hard to tell. Let me look a little bit closer. Yeah, I think so. And there's also some pink over here. So we're first going to do it here lightly. Behind her. This is probably already a bit too dark. But I don't mind. I'm going to put some more over here on the outer edge of the circle. I'm just going to do it like this. We just want to roughly have a circular shape and color the outside darker than the inside. Like that. And maybe a little bit underneath the cape. Something like that. Then we also do that next to this yellowy tone. But this time we just do it really lightly so we can go over with the other purple pink. So it's nice and blended out. I'm going to go all the way up till there. So I'm just going to pretend like there's a circle. Then over here is also a part that is like orangey pink. I'm just going to color it all pink. And then we will go over it with the orange probably to warm it up a little bit. So it looks better like the reference picture. We're just going to try to make it look a little bit similar. It will not be perfect, but at least will look similar. Okay, then also next to this I want some of the pink to make the transition a little bit better into the purplish tone. And then here I want the purple tone, I think. Yes, and then over here I also want the pink. Just to make the transition a bit better. to the next color. Like here is also some pink, it seems like, and then there's orange next to it. Like it's a more of a, yeah, orangey tone, but I'm just gonna do it with this one, and then we're gonna use the orange over it. There's also some pink here. It's more purple pink, but I think it also needs a little bit of pink. I'm not really sure yet. Yeah, I think so. Okay, let's take this one, 125, which is middle purple pink, and we're gonna color like next to it, because let's see, it's about this part that is like really pink purple, but I don't have such a bright pink slash purple in this set, so this is all we have. If you do have a brighter one, you can use a brighter one. It would be really nice. I'm just gonna color over this part, like next to it. Something like this. Yes. Then here is like more of a bluish purple, like that tone. So we're gonna leave that. And on this side, it is actually that pink tone again, purple pink tone. So we're gonna just color that in. Color a little bit over the green, just a little bit, not too much. And I'm also gonna color it all the way up till about here, all the way up to the pink. I don't want to make it too complicated, if you understand what I mean. Like over here, there's also some of the more purplish tone, but I'm gonna color it with this one first, so that everything will have a color after we've done this layer. And this is just an easy way of doing like a background that looks similar to the picture. It's definitely not perfect, and that's not what it's meant to be. Okay, then on this side, there's like blue next to this pumpkin, like roughly till like there. So I'm gonna shade a little bit of this with a purple. And then I want it to continue in that darker purple and then into blue, because that looks better. Then this part I will shade with this color. Then the outside of the leaves also seem to be a bit purplish, so let's also color them with this color. Like these ones, which are meant to be feet, I think. Looks really nice. Okay, let's continue with the background. Let's finish the background first before we finish our little ones, because they are so cute. I love Matchstick Mouse with her little companion, her little worm friend. So cute. Okay, let's see. Over here it's more like orange, not really purple. Okay, so let's take the purple away. Like her cape is like on the front bit it's more that color, but on the back bit it looks more like this with like yellow greenish dots. So let's use this for the back. Let's use this for this part. There's a highlight, so let's leave that white. And then this part is, I don't know, like if I want to make those dots, because they're also here. Let's just color, like just make some dots ourselves roughly, where they roughly are on the picture. And I'm just going to color around them. And then we color them in with some green. So we know where to leave the space white. And there's also one over here. And one there. Okay, good. Let's color everything else with this color. Doesn't have to be perfect. As long as you've got some white dots, it's perfectly okay. And we're gonna color them green after this, after we're done with this color. Yes, lovely. And then this one, like it's not really dark enough, so I think we should also go over it with a different tone later. Okay, that's that one for now. Then I'm gonna take the other purple, 138, which is violet, and I'm gonna color the edges of it to make it darker, because I don't think it's dark enough. And there's some highlight here, so I'm gonna color it here. Because I don't have the perfect shade, I'm coloring over it. So if you do have a perfect shade, use that instead of this one, because this one is definitely not the shade for this, but I'm trying. Then the inside of her head is also a purple tone, so let's use this one because this is the darkest one we've got. We don't have anything that's darker. It should be much darker, but I don't have any. You could use some black, but that would make it really dull, and I rather don't. Like right now it's like this. It's okay. And then we also use it on the front of the cape. But it needs also some pinkish tone because this one is a bit too dark of a purple for this. I will leave the highlight on the top again. Just color it lightly with this color, like this. Same with these ones, just color it all in one go. And then I will take my pink and I will color over this one to make it a bit more like vibrant. Let's see, do I need this anywhere else? Yes, I need it here. Let's first finish this color up. A little bit underneath. There's some other brownish color next to this, so let's leave that. Then there is some purple tones here, it seems like. Maybe a little bit more red even. Like this one is purple with pink dots, so let's make some dots. Doesn't have to be perfect, just some dots. And one on the end. And color everything else in. You see how easy that goes. You don't have to be perfect. As long as you just place some dots. You might even color over one of them by accident. Who cares, you know? This is more orange. There's some purplish or reddish tone over here. Like right here, there's a yellow or a reddish tone. So we can do that with red instead. Okay, this is all the purple. Let's take the pink. This one, 129. For the front of the outfit cape. 129 pink meadow lake. Now let's color over it because it's not pink enough. It's more like a pinkish purple. Like what you can see now is a better tone. Like if you're using wax pencils, this might not work. So then you can better just pick one that looks more like the one on the reference picture. Because mine just doesn't have that color, so I'm like layering right now, and that's not possible with most wax pencils. So that's why I'm telling you, if you want that, do something different. Like I want this a little bit darker as well. Now that I know that I placed the purple there. Okay, let's take, we forgot some purple over there. Let's go back to the 138 violet. Let's take the purple again. We need it over here. Keep forgetting bits and pieces. That's usually how it goes when I'm coloring. That's a spider web. Just checking if I'm not messing up, you know what I mean? Okay, then we need more of a brownish tone, which looks a bit like that on my color scheme. So we're going to use that one, which is 182 brown ochre. And we're going to color this part. See, that's more like it, which is on the reference picture. And also over here. There's also some of that color on the right side. Just gonna use it. Like it doesn't matter that it's like not perfect. As long as it looks similar, I'm happy. There's some green even here, but I'm just gonna use the brown just to make it a little bit the same. It's not like the exact same. Roughly. Okay, I think that's it for this color. Yes. Okay, let's take a orangey tone for this part. So I want a darker one, so we're going to use that one, 117, which is this one. It's light cadmium red. It's a pretty dark one, and we're going to use it. Like I thought to use it on the left of this one as well, but that one is more like the brown tone that we just used. Let me quickly do that when the 182 brown ochre. Just this one. Just like that. And then we place it back. There's also some here. Okay, let's go back to the 117. And let's shade in like the top here, because it was more orangey reddish tone over there. Just go over it. So this part is not that easy when you use wax pencil, because this is layering, and that's usually only stuff that you can do with oil pencils. So if you had a better tone for this part, use that instead. But because I am using oil pencils, this is possible now. Because this looks much more like the reference now, you know what I mean? That's the beauty of oil pencils. But if you don't have that, then just ignore that I did that. Or color just over it, who cares, you know? It will still look pretty. It will just not look exactly the same as what I do. That's the only reason why I'm saying it. You can still do the exact same and it will still look nice. So don't worry too much. Even with this part where I color over the pink, don't worry, just do it. It will still look pretty, really pretty. Okay, then I just want to color it all the way till the edge. This whole entire section I just want to color with this one. Let me place that there because it's annoying me right now. We're also going to color the side of it. And this is roughly where the darker shades are. Let's just color it all. Let's just use a acrylic paint pen for the spider web, or we're just gonna leave it black, you know, because on his picture they're white. So you either can go back in with an acrylic paint pen and color over it and make the lines white for the spider web, or you just keep it as is. That's your option, whatever you prefer. Then this should be blue. And what else did we color? Orange. Like that one should be orange. But I'm afraid this one is a bit too dark. Let's just do, like, there are lines going over it. Just like this. Let's just make those lines. Roughly. It's not perfect. They are a bit rounded, it seems like. Okay, then we also make them rounded. There's one over here. I'm just gonna do roughly. It doesn't matter that it's not perfect. Just draw them in, and I'm gonna do the same amount on both sides. And now I'm gonna color the bits next to it with this orange, and then the other parts with the lighter orange. And we leave the highlight on the top. Don't forget to leave that white, just like on our reference picture. As you can see, it is already looking really happy without too much effort. Like, it's not like we're going over it 10,000 times to make this. It's just one layer of everything, maybe a second, and that's it. And that's how I like it on my Matchstick mouse. Okay, let's see. Okay, let's take the lighter orange. There's also orange on that one. Just don't forget the bits and bobs. There's lines on it. Yeah, that's the part where we forgot the green. So I'm just gonna make how many it fits on my one, because yeah, that's the same as his. Okay, good. I thought maybe he had a bit more, but it doesn't. Okay, let's take the lighter orange, 111, because we don't have anything in between. Cadmium orange. Let's color in the lines that I just made. Like that. You see, now it looks a bit similar to what he has on his picture. Perfect. Love it. Love it. Yes. Perfect. Okay, he also seems to have some, like, here. So let's just color all like next to those lines. On both wings. He has a green line on the bottom of the wing. And over here he also has some green. Let's color this one in. Then we also do this one. What else is orange that we have in his head? Or her head, I'm sorry, again. So let's just color it like this, but we're gonna use the darker orange on the bottom in just a second, because this is not dark enough to be a shading color. Let's just color it like that. Okay, let's take the darker orange again, the 117 light cadmium red, and let's color the bottom of the head in really lightly because I don't want it too dark. Like that. And we call that done. Okay, did I forget anything else with the orange? I don't think so. Okay, let me have a look. What else did we gonna do? We're gonna do the wings. We need green for the bottom. So we're gonna use the 171 again, which is light green. I'm gonna use it on the bottom of the wing, like so. Like, don't try to be precise, just do like just how wide your pencil is. That's the line you're gonna make. It's pretty big on mine, as you can see. See, pretty big. And then these ones we also want to color in, so let's do that because they are also green on our reference. Then this part I'm just going to do with a light green. Now we take the darker green for the other side. Now we're 112 leaf green. So we're going to color this in. Let's see, did I forget anything else that's green? Not that I can tell. Okay, good. Then we are going to continue with the bat wings. I think it's a really dark purple, so let's just take that one, which is 138 violet, because we don't really have a color. It's more like a black with purple in it, so we might go over it with the black as well, but I just like color. I don't like to use black, like if I don't have to. Like, I like to use black, but in this book I rather avoid it if I can, because I like to make it really colorful. And I think this looks nice as well. It's just a lighter version. Just like that. Okay. Perfect. This one has blue, something else. Alright, let's do the sky. We need a dark blue, so 143 we're going to use. I'm just going to use one color. Cobalt blue. 143. And color it all in. If you want this to be white, don't bother about it right now. Do that at the end so it can dry after you're done. So let's color this in. The blue. Also gonna color the edge. Don't know, but I just like doing that. Oh, I did forget my highlight. Yeah, we should erase that because now the highlight is gone. Damn it. Why didn't I think about that? Oh no! Yeah, I'm gonna erase it with my eraser real quick. Let me take it. Yeah, never mind. Forget about it. Can't do it with my eraser. Like, no, not happening today. Okay, never mind. Just forget that there are highlights on it. We can do that with a paint pen. I don't really mind doing that. Okay, let's do the blue now that we've done this. I want the lightest blue, so 154, and I have no idea what it's called because this is all that's left of it. I think it's light turquoise, something like that. So that's all that's left, so it's literally that long. Yeah, we're gonna just color in the left because the right is one big highlight. Then we're also gonna do the same here, like all on top. Like, here's a highlight, here's a highlight, so we don't color it. Here's a highlight, so we don't color it. Then over here is also a highlight, so don't color it. Then here's something dark, so here we do need a different color. Here we can do the blue, a highlight over here, highlight we already made, highlight again, and another highlight, and then we can just color it in. Good, 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 good. Perfect. Is that all the blue? There were some blue dots here, but I can't color over it, so that's a no. Okay, let's take the darker blue for the shading instead of, like, it's more like a weird brownish tone, but I think I want to use this one instead, which is 152 middle phthalo blue. I'm just going to change it a little bit, so I'm going to color this bit in, like with this color, because it's a bit shaded on the picture. And then over here is some shading. There's a highlight over here, so don't color it. Color around it. And there's another one over there. And we're just gonna color like this. Leave the highlights. Is that about it? Yeah, I think that's nice. Not too bad. Yeah, that's all the blue. Good. Okay, what else do we have left? We've got the worm. We've got the little... Let's do the worm. I like to do the worm. Let's take 130, because that's his... That's not 130, Pauline. Dark flash, 130. And let's color him in completely. Leave the highlight on his nose. Right there. And then we color this a bit darker, because there's some shading underneath. And here as well. That's pretty dark. Now, we also do that on the right of his tail. And then we color everything else in with light pressure. Just color it in. That's how I usually do it. Smooth it out a little bit. And done. Beautiful, don't you think? Okay, his wing. I'm just gonna go bit by bit that I forgot. His wing is also some reddish tone. So we're just gonna do the same as his devil horns. Pale Granium Lake, 121. And we're just gonna leave a highlight over there. And everything else we want colored. I'm not even gonna bother with a different color. We're just one color. Yes, there's also some red over here that I made a circle. Let's color that in as well. Like roughly about there, a bit bigger even. And there's some on the edge. Maybe a little bit. There's also some here. Maybe. It's hard to tell. Let's just do it all around for consistency's sake. Yep. Think so. Okay. Then I want to do the little, whatever they're called. And I am gonna use that one or that one? That one. 186. And it's called terracotta. I'm gonna just color everything. Yes, I'm gonna color everything. It's too small to do anything with it. Okay, do we need it anywhere else? Maybe on the leaf over here? Like for the highlight maybe? There's only one in the middle. This one can use with some of that as well in the middle. It's like not perfectly, but it works. Some here as well. There's some green tones in here as well. I'm not sure what I want. Okay, let's take a darker brown for this one. So let's take 188. That is sanguine, I think. Yes, sanguine. 188. Let's leave a highlight and color everything else in. If you don't have the perfect shade that is like in the reference picture, just pick something close, you know? It doesn't have to be perfectly the same. Like, I think I'm just going to color this one as well, because on the picture it's more like a muted green. But I like it if both are the same. So I'll make my own adjustments where I want it. And I use this as a shading color on this bit. Okay, then we need to color the cauldron. And then I think we are done. Yes, we are almost done. Did I leave his nose white? Now I'm gonna doubt myself. No, I didn't. No, I did not. You see, I did not do that on neither one of them. Maybe a little bit on this one. Definitely not on that one. Okay, it's fine. Let's leave it. Okay, we're gonna use the dark brown 176 for the cauldron. And it's called Van Dyke Brown. You see? Van Dyke Brown. Difficult to read when it's like gold and shiny. That's sometimes an issue. Like, it's really dark, but I want two colors. So I'm gonna color the darkest part. So this part, the inner part, is really dark. Let me see. I'm having trouble seeing it on my tablet. Let me click on it. Maybe that helps. No, it doesn't. Okay, let's just do something. This dark here. Then it goes like that. And there's a highlight, so roughly like there. And then there's dark here. Just following the picture. And there's some here as well. Just a tiny bit. like that, roughly. And then it goes around here again. Some here as well. There's like bits and bobs that are dark, and then there's lighter as well. Like he made some darker parts like next to these lines. So let's do that as well. Don't be too specific, Pauline. Just go for it. Like that. And then on the sides, it's also pretty dark. Let's leave my green. And then roughly till about there. It's pretty dark. Like because I did the same style all over the picture, like light pressure and not too much effort, it doesn't look weird if I use that all over the picture. Like there's also a dark spot like all the way, like here roughly. I'm not really sure where it exactly is. It seems a little bit there, a little bit there. Maybe a little bit next to the leaves. I think roughly like this. Yeah. Okay, let's take that brown, because I want to keep it lighter than the original. I like it if it's a bit lighter. Shoot, go back. My pencils are coming to me. Burnt sienna, 283. Okay, let's color the sides. Oh, I want the flat side. I don't want the pointy side. Like, because I'm coloring in a certain direction, you get a point, you see? And I'm usually using the flat side if I just want a soft look. I want a little bit on the edge here. Not too much. And let's go over the red as well. I just placed that red to warm it up because there's a reddish undertone in this picture for some reason. That's why I did that. Like if you don't have an oil-based pencil, just don't color over the red parts. Just color around it. Because it will still look really nice even if you don't go over it. Like just do like this instead. Like there should be a highlight on the top here, so be careful. Because I almost destroyed it already. There's highlight here. And then a big one. And a smaller one. Okay, and then everything else I can color? Yes. Good. Let's color everything else. That's usually how I do it. I make like lines where I want to color, what I want to fill in, and then I just color. And that's how I do it. As you can see, it's really easy if I show you it like this. If you might have to think about it yourself, it might not be as easy for you. But practice it. Just practice it. Even if you are afraid of messing it up, buy 2 books. If that's what eases your mind, do it. You know, I would never do that because I don't really have an issue with placing my colors. But I know a lot of people do. Like this is what it looks like. And that was really easy. Like yes, it is a lot of pencil texture everywhere. But that's the look I'm going for in this book. Because I like how easy it is to do it like this. And it looks amazing. You see, compared to his like color scheme, it looks pretty similar. I like it. I'm actually pretty happy, but I know Polychromos has a lot of muted tones as well. So for Polychromos, this is really bright, you know? I really like it. So yeah, this is already the end of this color along. I'm gonna write down the date. Today it is the 25th, I believe. Yes, it's 25th of October. So let me write that down with a purple. Because I've got a lot of purple. I think I want to do this one, which is that one. And I'm going to write down the 25th of October. I'm just going to write it down in big letters because that's how I've done it the entire month. I don't know why. Sometimes I do that. Okay, and that's how I do it. And then, this is my favorite part. I'm going to the front. This is page number 14. Like I numbered it over here with pencil. So I will erase that. And I can scratch it off. Like that. Ta-da! Now a little bit more. It's not colored in enough. And then I've done 3 pages so far. And I can erase this one. Because I've done it. Oh. To the outside. And then it's almost gone. And then we are done for today. So I will put this on top. So if you want to use the same palette, you can. So I hope you enjoyed this. And I hope it gives you a lovely idea of what you could do. And I hope to see you for my next color along, which I am not sure what that's gonna be. Maybe crystal fogels, because I promised another one for the autumn season. So I guess it's gonna be a crystal fogel, but it was not on my plans for November. But I might. I am thinking about it. It's an option. So yeah, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. And until next time, bye bye.